I think, we women, we constrain ourselves from, being open to our dreams or whatever we want to do, thinking that, we have their other responsibilities, and then, we might not be able to give our 100% to, rest of our responsibilities. So I'm lucky enough to have parents who have brought us up, not like just daughters, I think they gave us the freedom of a son.
We are standing in our way. So a lot of us don't believe that we can do it, and that's why we
Right.
end up at a place where we are always struggling to get things but not getting it.
You take a decision because you believe in yourself and you want to give it a try. Like, why not? You just have one life. But I think it's not like that anymore. There is a lot of respect that's given to the female actresses. It's not like you're ill treated, you're not taken care of properly, or the male actors are treated more well. It is nothing like that. Good atmosphere to work with. For example, I went on a bike ride to Leh. My father and my husband were not ready for it.
So, hello Sandhya.
Hi,
Welcome
hi,
to,
Rajat.
welcome to hashtag FemPower. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
FemPower is a channel which deals with the question of work life balance that women deal with, especially mid career women. Because in the early days of your career, you're just looking after the career, right?
Right,
And
right,
as you grow in your career, your family also grows, and that's when we start struggling with the mid career issues. And so,
right.
FemPower is dedicated to addressing this issue through women like you who are powerful, who have achieved things, and who are willing to share their success stories with other women. I'm Rajat. I'm the author of the best selling book, Women Beware of the Freaking Plot Hole. If you've not already read the book, please pick up the book and read and let me know your views about the book. This is all about women.
I would love to. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Thank you, Sandhya. And I'm also a trainer and a coach. And FemPower is my initiative to spread the word to all the women around for them to know that they are free to make their choices no matter what the uh, the circumstances.
Right.
So, welcome to this interview, Sandhya. I'm so glad you came. So, Sandhya is Tooth Fairy, a dentist,
Yeah.
an actress, um, a singer, and a biker. So, she is an adventurer and she's the perfect person for the show today. So, welcome, Sandhya, once again. And please tell us more about yourself. How did you manage to mix so many different things? How do you juggle between all this? Tell us about your life and how you came to be what you are today.
Firstly, thank you so much, Rajat, for having me here on this show. It's a great opportunity to, voice out your opinions and then, inspire women from your story. So I think it's a great initiative that you have taken. I wish you all the best for this. Yeah. For the question that you asked, I think, the first person to stop you from doing what you want to do is yourself. I think, we women, we constrain ourselves from, being open to our dreams or whatever we want to do, thinking that, we have their other responsibilities, and then, we might not be able to give our 100% to, rest of our responsibilities. So I think that restriction starts from us first. So I think once you start opening up and then, let that thing, go out of your mind, then I think slowly, every door will open. That's what has happened with me. initially, I also am a person who used to think that, your family comes first and your responsibilities come first, with regards to your husband or your parents, your in-laws or kids, people around you, your society. You start thinking all of this, and then you kind of, keep yourself inside that bubble, and you're scared to, kick open that bubble and then go outside and explore yourself. Uh, I think once you do that, once you break that bubble and go outside, then I think the world is yours. I think nobody can stop you actually. And everything will fall in place.
I
It's
love
as
that
simple like
concept.
that. Yeah.
I love that concept of a bubble. Uh,
Yeah.
I think we are brought up in a bubble. That's how I
Right.
think I used to perceive myself. When there was any challenge, I there was always someone else to help me out. Nobody ever told me go and do it yourself because I was a
Correct.
girl, right?
Correct.
But Sandhya, we would like to know more about your own career path and how you came to juggle between all these different interests and careers.
Uh,
You are also into deeply into yoga and meditation, isn't it?
right.
So
Right.
you have a very impressive set of, qualities and actually professions. You are juggling between
Yeah.
so many. So we would love to hear about how you came to be part of so many different things.
So I think, to start off with, I should say I am lucky enough to have, parents. I mean, we are two daughters. So I'm lucky enough to have parents who have brought us up, not like just daughters. I think they gave us the freedom of a son also. And, they gave us all that freedom to explore, and they gave those opportunities for us to learn, and then I think it all started from there. Especially my dad, like, he was very particular that we shouldn't be brought up in a very timid way or in a very gentle way. We were never brought up like that. So we were asked to do all the adventurous things. So it all started from there. Um and then again, from childhood, I was very active. We both, like, in fact, we were very active in, keeping aside our academics, we were very active in culturals. So from childhood, from the age of 3, I am being trained with classical dance. I'm a trained Kuchipudi dancer. Then I am trained with Carnatic music. So from childhood, we have been, introduced into that atmosphere where we got an opportunity to explore ourselves and see where we can go. So we were never stopped from these things. Like, you're a girl, so you shouldn't be doing that, shouldn't be doing that. No, we were allowed to do mistakes. We were allowed to, challenge ourselves. So I think it all started with our parents. So, and then I always wanted to become a doctor. So I ended up becoming a dental surgeon. And then my adventurous mind never, stayed calm. So I always wanted to do something new apart from my profession too. So I entered into acting, and I did some bit of modeling. Then I
Okay.
keep singing songs and then recording songs. And then when COVID hit, uh, they say, right, like, something has to come to you, and it has to find you. That's how yoga found me.
Okay. Okay.
So I never thought that I will take a diploma in yoga. I never thought that. But then when COVID hit, I was lucky enough to find a guru back in my hometown. And then I got trained from him, and I finished my PG diploma in yoga. And now I'm a certified yoga trainer. But I didn't do that course because I wanted to become a trainer. I did that because I wanted to learn that in a perfect manner and practice it in the best perfect manner that I could. So that was one reason I, took it seriously and, completed that course. So I think I was allowed to do all these things. Even my husband, I think, he's also very supportive. So he also allows me to, explore myself, and try new things. So I am given that space. And again, as I told you, like, it all starts from within. Once you think you cannot do, then everybody else around you will start believing that. But then when you
Right.
start opening up and you start showing people around you that you have that potential, then I think slowly people around you also will get convinced. For example, I went on a bike ride to Leh.
Oh
So
wow.
initially my father and my husband were not ready for it. They were scared because it is one of the dangerous route,
Yes.
in the world. Everyone is aware of that. And
Mm-hmm.
a woman riding to such place, I don't think anybody would agree. So I had to take my dad on my motorcycle on a long ride to prove him that I'm capable enough to, ride, and, I can go solo. So when I did that, then he was convinced. So he rode with me for about 100 kilometers. And then when we were back home, he said, "You go and come."
Okay. All
So it's
right.
that simple as it is. So that's what I'm trying to tell you is, like, don't restrict yourself. First of all, don't tell yourself that, don't have self doubts.
Mm-hmm.
You believe in yourself, then slowly people around you also will start believing you. It will eventually happen. It will not happen in a day. It will take time, but you consistently do it and you show that perseverance. I think, everything will fall into place. It's just as simple as it is.
My God,
I
you're
mean, that's
making
my
it
personal
sound.
experience. So I think if it is working for me, then I think it will work for everybody else.
I love that because you're making it sound so simple. It's so basically, like you said in the start, that we are standing in our way. So a lot of us don't believe that we can do it, and that's why we
Right.
end up at a place where we are always struggling to get things but not getting it.
Right.
Uh, and it's really hats off to you that you take a decision and just go for it.
Yeah. I mean, again, it is like, you take a decision because you believe in yourself and you want to give it a try. Like, why not? You just have one life, and you never know, like, whether you will see tomorrow sunshine. Then just do it. That's it.
Live every day like it's your last
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
I like that. So you answered my second question as well. What are
Yeah.
the factors that contributed to your growth? So you say
Right.
that your family supported you and your husband supports you.
I
And
would think
also,
they wouldn't just like this say, okay, fine, you want to do it, do it. No, I mean, you will be tested. But I think during that testing phase, you are consistent and you're calm and you just focus on what you want to do. I think slowly they will also start getting into your track. It's
yeah. And also, in fact, women also object to their husbands doing certain things which are risky, right? So the husbands have to be calm and they have to prove that they need to do it, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, it
it's the
is
same between spouses.
same. Yes. It's the
Just
same with
that,
any
yeah,
individual. Like, your parents wouldn't agree you when you're not married. I mean, when you're staying with
right,
your parents, you'll
right.
have to convince your parents. And when you get married, you have to convince your spouse. Later on, you
Exactly.
might have to convince your kids.
Children,
Yeah. So for me,
also,
easy
yeah,
for me. I had to convince my son was 4 years old when I was going on a ride. So I had to convince him too. I had to take him also on rides. So it was not
okay.
easy for me. So I had to take everybody on ride to prove that, yeah, I can do it.
So you literally took them for a ride.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to.
Pun intended. So, what I was saying is that actually convincing, like you said, convincing your loved ones about what you want to do, everybody has to do. Just that women are wired in such a way that they give up too soon. Like, I know
Right.
women who want to do things, but they say, no, my family will not agree, so what's the point? Uh,
Um,
and there are
Sorry to
women like
interrupt you,
you and
Rajat.
me. Yeah.
I'm currently reading this book. I just wanted to show you this.
Acha.
It's a very beautiful book, Maktab,
Okay.
but by Paul Coelho.
Ah,
It
okay.
means that it is written.
Okay.
Okay. So if you allow me 2 minutes time, I'll
Sure, sure,
quickly
sure.
read one page which just stuck in my mind, and I keep reading this every single day from the time I started reading this book. So
Awesome.
may I?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So it says like this: don't try to be consistent all the time. As St. Paul says, the wisdom of this world is foolishness in God's sight. Being consistent means making sure your tie always matches your socks. It's feeling obliged to have the same opinions tomorrow that you had today. But the world is constantly changing. As long as you don't harm anyone, then go ahead and change your opinion now and then and contradict yourself without feeling embarrassed. You have a right to do that. It doesn't matter what other people think because they'll think whatever they want to. So just relax, let the universe turn around you and discover the joy of surprising yourself. God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise, says St. Paul.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Change your
it's a
opinion
beautiful
once in a
thing.
while. I love that.
Yeah, such a beautiful, beautiful lines that Paulo Coelho has written. I mean, you don't
Yes.
have to be consistent. Like maybe, you had an opinion on something yesterday and you changed it today, and that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, you be
Yeah,
human. That's what we came here to do.
right,
To be human, to be imperfect, and to just keep growing, keep learning,
right,
keep changing.
right.
Thank you for sharing that. In fact, Alchemist, there was something in Alchemist that changed my
Yeah. So this
whole
book and
perception.
Alchemist go hand in hand. So I would suggest everybody to read these two
Maktab,
books. Yeah.
Maktab and
The and
Alchemist.
Alchemist. Yeah.
Yes, so it changed my whole perception at one point of time.
Right.
Alchemist. There was something in the book. We don't want to go that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so let's move on to the next question. A very important question. What do you think stops women from achieving their success, yeah, in their career?
I think I already answered you that question. I mean, again, it starts with you. I think you just decide and then you start doing it, and I think things will fall into place.
Would you like to talk about your stint in the Tamil movie? Would you like to talk a little about it? How was it? This is something very different, right? Working in a in
Right.
movie industry is something that, in fact, I once had a chance to work in a movie with none other than Prakash Jha, and my parents completely disagreed to it. I was young; I was just 13, and my mom didn't allow. So I would like to hear about it.
So I have been doing a couple of modelings for Amrita TV. That's a Malayalam channel. So they found me there, and then they contacted me, and then they picked me up for a role. It's a Tamil movie, and then the shooting happened in Coimbatore. Uh, and I always wanted to do that. Like, I always wanted to explore that side of mine. So when I got an opportunity, I just grabbed it. I was not bothered whether the movie will get released or what my role was going to be. I just enjoyed that entire process. It is yet to release. It's still in the editing process now. So I think very soon they're planning to release it on the OTT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great. So you told me that the name is still not finalized, is it?
right, right.
Yeah. So fingers crossed and good luck
Yes.
to you and the entire team. I just wanted to know what is this all about movie industry, which scares the ordinary people. It's not something everybody wants their
Yeah.
daughter or son to do.
No, things have changed now, Rajat, a lot. It is not, like how it used to be before. I mean, we all have heard a lot of stories from people coming from the movie industry. But I think it's not like that anymore. There is a lot of respect that's given to the, female actresses. And yeah, it's not like you're ill-treated, you're not taken care of properly, or, the male actors are treated more well. It is nothing like that. You're
Okay.
given the same importance as your male co-actor. And it's a good atmosphere to work with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So, moms who are listening to this, who have 13-year-old daughters like I was once, and if
Yeah.
your daughters have the dream, maybe you can.
And it is not like that, you can't voice out like it was before.
Yes,
If you feel that something is not right with you, we can always voice it out, you
right.
know. So things are changing. So I
Yes.
think if someone is interested and someone wants to explore, then I think you shouldn't stop yourself from doing that.
Doing it. Yeah, and hashtag me too. Did that help?
Uh, I wouldn't say it completely helped. Again, it's again a perspective of people, right? Like, you don't know like how much is the truth that is coming online. I personally believe that whatever is coming online shouldn't be taken as it is exactly, because they don't show the entire story,
Right, right,
right? So you don't know what is the truth and what is not the truth until and unless you really hear it from both the sides.
right, right.
So I mean, don't go with that. But then again, as a woman, you already have certain insecurities, and then, you have to be careful. That's all. Take care of yourself. Don't expect anybody to come and take care of you. That's it.
All right.
You have to be aware of your boundaries, and then make people aware of your boundaries. And I think it's all set.
So, what should mothers teach their daughters about boundaries? I have a daughter, and she's like 15 now. So, what should I mean? I saw that she learned it just by watching older women, right? Me and my sister and her grandmoms. So she learned something, but it's a different world that I'm going to send her into. It's not the same world as what I lived in, right? So what should I teach her about setting boundaries?
Um, Definitely, when you go out from your safe space, there'll be a lot of people who want to explore you. Okay, maybe in any term, in any way. So I think the signals that you send to the other person, it should be very, very clear that, this is the line. You can't cross that line. You know, I think it comes with your body language, and then the way you speak to them. I think initially you set that boundary, then I think, nobody will try to, exploit you or, unnecessarily take an advantage from you. And don't be scared. Don't be scared to, go out there and do whatever you want to at the same time.
All right. All right. So why I brought this question in about film industry because you've experienced it a little and you were talking about what stops women from achieving their career success, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that
You,
keep
what I feel is
happening.
you just be open about it. Like, I mean, see, sometimes what happens is you hold yourself back thinking that, what will happen. I mean, you just try to loosen up yourself and then let the other person exploit you. So I think that shouldn't happen. The moment you feel that something is not right, you should talk about it, and then you should voice it out. You just don't lose your self-respect, and don't let the other person exploit you, emotionally or physically or by any ways. May it be men or women or whatever.
So you've already answered the next question. What advice would you give to women who are listening to this?
Right, right.
Uh, so you said a lot of things, but is there anything in addition that you would like to add?
I would say, like, just believe in the magic around you. That's it. Believe in the magic, dream big, and then let nothing stop you. Just go out there and then, explore, experiment, and then it's okay uh, whether you win it or lose it. Still, it is okay. It is just the process of, where you want to reach. So I think just enjoy the process and then keep doing what you want to do. That's it.
Yes, don't stop. So, what are your plans for the future? What do you hope to do next? How old is your son now?
He's 8.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And you are like a free bird, you do whatever you like.
I
So,
mean, I convince people around me.
okay. So, negotiation skills is something that can be learned from you.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your plans for the future? Have you thought about it, or how do you look at it?
To be honest, no. As I told you, like I take it every day. Like for me, today is what I have it all. So I think I make sure like whatever I am doing, I give it 100%, so that I think it just follows up to the next. And then it just guides me. That's what I believe in. Like today, whatever you do, and whatever you do consistently, I think it takes you, it gives you, it shows you a path, and then it guides you, where you want to go.
So,
Yeah.
you're just going with the flow,
Yes, exactly.
but not without purpose. You are committed to something. You have to talk about that.
Yeah, see, for me, it is like, because I am into this profession, like serving people, like I really want to, explore in that area more and more, specifically in the dentistry, where, it is the most neglected part of the, healthcare system, especially when it comes to women, they are least bothered. But I would say, like, I would advise each and every woman that, first, it should start with her again. As I told you, everything starts with her. So if she is going to be healthy, then people around her are also going to be healthy and happy. You imagine like when we were kids, like your mom is sick, and she doesn't get up from the bed one day, then everything is gone. Your world around you becomes dark, right?
Yes.
Nothing moves.
Yes. Yes.
So it's as simple as it is. Like, you start taking care of yourself first, and your oral hygiene, it's a gateway to your overall health. So if you're able to maintain your oral health, then rest of your body will start, getting healthier every day.
So, what is this project that you're working on oral health for pregnant?
Right. It's called as Pregadent, especially for women. It starts from women who are planning to get pregnant, from there. So it's not only a woman's health, but her partner's health is also equally important here,
Okay.
because we tend to transmit the bacteria that is in our oral cavity to our partner. So your partner is having infectious oral cavity, it can very easily transmit it to you, and
All
from you
right.
to the
Okay.
baby.
Okay.
So
How
first,
it transmits is no
yeah,
anybody's
no, it's
guess.
like like by kissing, by
Yeah.
exchanging the food, by exchanging your utensils, whatever you're using. There are a lot of means by which the bacteria can transmit.
Yeah.
For that matter, from one person to the other. So especially when it comes to husband wife, and you're planning for a baby, then it is very very important that both of them stay healthy, so that they have a healthy baby. So my focus is there, like from there. So I want to spread this awareness among people, and then produce more and more healthy babies, so that we'll have a healthy society. Because I personally see lot of kid patients, especially 2-year-old, 3-year-old kids coming here with completely screwed up oral cavity. They have like lot of decays in their mouth, and they come in a stage where we'll have to do extensive treatments in them. And imagine a 2-year-old, 3-year-old baby sitting on a dental chair. It's not easy at all. It's not easy for the doctor. It's not easy for the parents. It's not easy for the kid who is going through it.
Yes.
So the change has to happen from a woman. As I told, she has to bring that change. So she has to decide that, from today onwards, I'm going to take care of myself so that, everybody around me stays healthy.
So how are you creating the buzz about Pregadent? Pregadent?
So we are conducting campaigns. We are talking it over social media, and we are conducting some seminars, uh, and we are like educating the patients whom we see on a daily basis. So I'm doing my bit, but then again, it doesn't happen with one person. I'm just a drop in the ocean. I think when many
Mhm.
drops come together, then it creates a magic.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So, good luck to you on your venture, Pregadent, because it sounds very interesting.
yeah,
People talk about physical health, you know.
right,
So when we were planning to conceive, we really took care of our physical health, like daily gymming or swimming or something, so that we were in good health, so that the pregnancy would be easy, which it was for me.
right.
So, so easy in meaning that throughout the 9 months I was working till the last day I was on my feet. I just walked up to the hospital and the delivery was
Right.
done. So, but the dental health, nobody talks about it.
Right.
Yeah, so I've
Yeah.
heard that the poor oral health affects the heart. So, definitely oral health is very important, and I think if the mother knows about oral health, then she's
Right.
going to take better care of the child's oral health. Because I
Exactly.
remember my family, my mother-in-law actually told me about my daughter's oral health. She said, that her eldest granddaughter had to have had a lot of cavities, so she told me what to do to avoid that.
Right.
So it really makes sense. Pregadent is an amazing venture, and guys, if you're watching, please go check out her website. You have a website, right, Sandhya?
Yeah. It's toothfairies.dental.com.
Yes, so go to toothfairies.dental.com and check out about this. If you're planning to conceive, please go to Sandhya and get yourself checked. I
And
think,
I would like to add one thing here. So there is a myth around, like, if you're pregnant, then just avoid, stepping into a dental clinic. But it's actually, the way around. In fact, you will have to, go to a dentist when you get to know that you're pregnant. I mean, I would suggest everybody to do that before getting pregnant when they start planning pregnancy itself. But then you miss out that. But at least when you know that you're pregnant, please visit your dentist and make sure that, in the initial phases itself, that everything is fixed so that, you will have a very smooth pregnancy. Because in the middle of the pregnancy, you have a tooth pain, it is like horrible. So the dental pain is rated second to the labor pain. So you can imagine the kind of pain that you have. So it will be a nightmare for a normal person to take it. Then imagine a pregnant woman who is already, going through a lot of changes in her body. It
yeah.
will be very, very difficult for her to handle it physically and emotionally too. So it's absolutely safe to visit a dentist and then get your dental treatments done. It will not harm you or it will not harm your baby because times have changed, technology is changed, so you are safe. You are in safe hands. You can very well go to a dentist and get your treatments done. In fact, we have treated couple of mothers who were just 1 week due to their delivery.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
absolutely safe.
That sounds great, and I think people should think about it and
Right.
take advantage of the available treatments in
Right.
uh, in the present day.
Right.
So, my last question to you is, tell the viewers a little about your experience with the Leadership on Highway. How was it? So we all went for this event,
Yeah.
and how did you find it? What did it do to you?
a
Think
great opportunity that I got. Like, I'm very, very happy that, I could be the part of, that leadership on highway program. Uh, because it opened up many aspects for me. Though I say I'm doing this, I'm doing that. One thing that stuck to me, what I took from that program is, Rajat, that when you said that, how do you endorse yourself? Like, many of us women especially, we think like, okay, fine, maybe, if we talk too much about us, they would think that, oh, she's self-posting about herself. But it is not like that. I mean, people will understand you, or they will know about you only when you talk about yourself.
Right, right.
So that's one beautiful thing that I learned from your program, and thank you so much for giving that insight.
Thank you, Sandhya. It was an honor having you in this program as well. And amazing ambience. I can still feel that calmness of that place. Uh,
Yeah, it's a very beautiful place that you chose and took us. I think whoever is watching this should take this opportunity and enroll. If there are some programs coming up in
yes,
future,
it's coming up.
I think
29th of July.
every woman will have a takeaway from that program. I'm sure it will help them. In the next step that they're going to take.
Thank you so much for that, Sandhya. Okay. So, with that, thank you so much, Sandhya, for being my guest today. And it was amazing the kind of things we talked about. I had not planned for, conversation about the movie industry, about how what women should tell their daughters about how to hold themselves up in the present day. All of it just came out of nowhere
Yeah.
because and of course the book that you shared, Maktab, right? Maktab
Yes.
by Paulo Coelho, and that has to be read along with Alchemist. And these are life-changing books. Paulo Coelho is a very amazing author, and every
Yeah.
book that of his that I read
Yes.
stays with me for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, Sandhya, good luck to you for all your endeavors and good luck for your movie. I'm waiting for it to come so that I can watch it. So,
Thank
please
you.
keep
Thank you
us
so much,
posted.
Vinay.
Guys, if you're watching this, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon and also subscribe so that you know when the next interview is coming up and you can watch it. Hope this helped you and with loads of love to you, Sandhya, and loads of
Yes.
love to all of
Thank
you.
you. And
Bye.
good luck to all the women who are, listening to this interview right now.
Good luck to all.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajat. Thank you.
You're welcome.